They said in the report, green and pink.
Yeah, pink is working. Green and pink, eh?
Yeah, 14 below. Let's go fishing. So I got into ice fishing when I was in my tweens. Actually, my dad got into ice fishing, and he and my grandpa built this ice hut out of plywood, and I think they were water skis they put underneath it. And it was a pretty big box. And we put all the fishing gear in there, and Mom put in the ice skates, and there was a tarp for a wind block. And we went out on 11 Mile Reservoir. That's where we started ice fishing. And typically for me it was, I'd fish a little bit, but I usually ended up like flying kites, or when Mom came, we'd shovel out a big ice rink and put on the ice skates, and that's how we'd keep warm. My dad started buying ice huts and heaters, and I really enjoyed ice fishing. I'm not the best at it yet. I'm still kind of new to it. I started really getting into it last year. All right, we're fishing hole number 2 here. My GoPro batteries keep dying because it's so cold. All right, it's so cold out here. My GoPro battery won't last very long. It goes for a couple seconds and dies. But I'm at hole number 2. Just drilled it. We're gonna send the fish finder down and see what's down there. Hole number 1 was about 12 feet deep, and there was no sign of fish. I fished there for about 15 minutes and moved on. And if I get cold, I'll set up the ice shelter and heat it up. All right, here on New Year's Eve, 2020, fished a couple spots and had no luck. So it looks like it's 11 feet deep here, 11.3. Water's 30 degrees. Fish finder's 53% battery. No action over here yet. Well, I sure see them swimming around down there, but have yet to catch one. Tried tube jigs, rat finky. I have a 13 fishing lipless bait I threw down there. Right now I got a rainbow colored Castmaster. I tried pink, orange, green. Put some power bait down there. Sure seen a lot. I don't know if the camera's caught any of those, but I think there's another one. A couple of them swam by right under the ice. And then I saw some smaller ones down below. And then about the middle of the water column, there was a nice big one earlier. Getting a little action here. Jawjacker just tripped. And I saw a little trout. Here he comes, here he comes. Doing some jigging here. Alright, let's see what we can do. I don't think anything's on the jawjacker. Keep twitching this. I let my lure sit for a while. Then when I go to jig it, I'll see something swim off. Neat thing about the jaw jacker is while I'm packing up my ice hut, I can leave the jaw jacker running just in case that one last fish shows up. It's a neat tool. So this thing's pretty cool. It's plastic, which is weird. I didn't know they were plastic. I've seen them on videos and they used to work okay. You adjust the, depending on your rod size, you can adjust the angle. There's these little pins in it. And right now I'm putting it into storage mode. So you flip the arms in. These little spikes on the legs, little nails that dig into the ice. That's kind of handy. And it folds into itself. And hold this pin, and the rod holder part comes down, and you just slide the mechanism into itself. And there's a storage hole here. Pop the pin back into that. That's all in one piece, and then this one you just put back in here. This pin here adjusts the angle of your rod. Setting 4 is what I had it on, and every time it tripped, there was one time when I saw the rod was bending. So there's a fish on, I just didn't get to it quick enough. I was too busy fiddling with my camera. These augers are kind of tricky to get the cover on, but what I figured out is if you put the blade edge next to this plastic, and then I'll bring the rubber tie over and I'll crisscross them. It's the only way I can get it to stay on there good. Every other way I've tried, it'll only grab one blade and then this ends up falling off. So I found out that crisscrossing them makes it stay on nice. These things are great. I was able to measure the ice. We had 14 inches of ice that I drilled through. And one thing I've started to realize today is that you don't want to use this like a shovel, which I started doing this morning, and I realized that this could probably break when it's cold enough. So I've kind of been refraining from bringing my shovel lately. I may get a smaller shovel and just bring it along anyway. So you just never know sometimes. But yeah, I love this scoop. Pretty heavy duty. So that concludes ice fishing for today. For this year, even. Yeah, it looks like my battery's dying too. Hey, we tried to catch one today. Saw several. Didn't have any luck. There's always tomorrow.